You may have noticed that there was no video for a little while because I was very busy with other things that had to be done, including painting the house and harvesting the garlic. We had more garlic this year than ever before, and it took 7 days to lift it, haul it to the drying shed, and arrange it on racks and shelves. Around 7,000 bulbs, all safe and dry though. Now I just have to sell it. In the meantime, I can get back to the railway.
So over there is the drying shed, and over here, that's where the kiln's going to go, through that bank. So we need to bring the rails along here and join it up to that piece of track. Okay, but there are 2 rails in there, so we have to join those up first. So we need 2 sets of points.
I'm going with my favourite sort of points, what I've learned to call kick switches, but which are also known as single blade points. They are so easy to make, at least if you do it the rough and ready way, like me. To make 2 sets of points you will need 2 pieces of angle iron and 2 V shapes made of flat bar welded together. Each of these 4 pieces has a round pin welded on, and those pins fit into suitable holes in lengths of timber. The angle iron is the part of the switch that will move, and the pin is a sort of hinge for it. So I lined the inside of the hole with a piece of pipe so the wood doesn't get worn away. Now I can lay out the positions of the points and see where they fit into the overall track layout.
Are you putting penny washers on there? Or?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Well, because that's where it moves.
Oh, yeah.
Theoretically, it slides in and out. You're not convinced, are you?
No, I'm not. It's always a mystery as to where you put various, things are very proper and where.
I've only got 3 washers, I had to share them around. Gorgeous. That sort of thing would go down well here, if you ever organise something like that.
Yeah.
But one of the documents.
Bit by bit, the first set came into place, with help from Will. Thanks, Will. None of it is difficult, and it's all very satisfying, but it does take a while.
So we need to
put one in there.
put the little kink in there so that that bit can be straight. Yeah. Bendy. Let's just try that. So if that's the centre line, that should be 7.5. It isn't 7.5.
15.
Generous, 15.
Quarter.
You're in the wrong place.
By the time I got to the second set though, I was getting really good at it because it became even clearer how to build these things simply. Step 1. Start off with the V piece and attach it to the insides of the true rail tracks to be joined. Actually, this joint kept springing back, so I replaced the short peg with a longer one that anchors it to the ground. Step 2. Once the V is attached to the two inner rails, then the outer rails can be laid out. I'm using sleepers that have been pre-drilled so that the gap between the rails should come out right. Step 3. Once the outer rails are in place, I can see where a little kink is needed to make the bends. And step 4, in the tapered part, where the moving blade sits, all the sleepers are different lengths and the peg holes need to be drilled as you go along. The last part is back to the standard gauge, so that's easy. So, after quite a bit of fiddling around, both sets are now finished, which is good news because now I can access the wagons in the tunnel from both ends. Or bring them in rotation to where the kiln will be, and afterwards they can go back down to the engine shed to be refilled. So now I have a double-ended, double-track siding for the field railway. Very useful. For those switches, I used 47 metres of flat bar, 33 sleepers, 8 fish plates, and 66 pegs, and lots of tea, and some biscuits. The next step is going to be a little tricky because I need to bridge this chasm somehow. Otherwise, the wagons will plummet spectacularly to their destruction. Oh dear. Tune in next week for the next thrilling episode. Bum, 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 bum.